first experience with KoRn was the Freak on a Leash video. And then, which I thought the video was cool, but I didn't like the song. But then I heard Got the Life on the radio on K-Rock one day. And that literally changed everything. That Got the Life changed the way I looked at music.
Welcome back to Asinine Radio, a weekly podcast where we talk about music, and, well, that's pretty much it. So, let's go!
Hey! Oh, wait! Hey!
This is Asinine Radio. This is the weekly music podcast where every week we get into a different band, different artist, and we break down one of their records. We get into all the songs, the lyrics, how it was made, artwork, everything you can imagine, and we try to have a good time doing it. My name is Tyler. Way out there, hundreds of miles away, is Jeff. While you're listening, go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, give us 5 stars and 5 stars only. Please go do that. All the social media is at Asinine Radio. And with all of that being said and done, let's get into the album. So what are we doing this week, Jeff?
We are doing KoRn's Follow the Leader.
So, Jeff, what is what's your origin story with the KoRns? Go.
I think it was Follow the Leader. I remember having this. I remember buying it through the Columbia House Penny's record CD thing.
Wow.
I had this one in issues, and then I didn't like him that much, to be honest. I liked him because the singles were cool. Never really went back to him that often, and then never really listened to KoRn again until you made me listen to KoRn, essentially.
100 times.
Still to this day. Until you made me listen to 14 fucking KoRn albums this week.
Dragged you to multiple KoRn shows, too, over the years?
And I think it was just like, I just think it's MTV. Like, we grew up listening or watching MTV and listening to the music on MTV. And that was the time where MTV was pretty inclusive about the genres that they were putting up. And so, I mean, we'll talk about MTV videos and KoRn related. But yeah, I think it was this song, right? Freak on a Leash is what. It's a cool video. It's a fucking cool video.
Yeah, it's a really cool video. Absolutely.
And I think that's my origin story. I saw him on probably TRL or something and bought him and then never listened to him again until you maybe listened to him again.
14 times or 14 albums worth. My origin story is pretty much the same. It was Freak on a Leash. But I remember not liking it. It was so weird. It kind of scared me. And then my mom said it was devil worshiping music, and I'm not allowed to listen to it. And so that was my first experience with KoRn was the Freak on a Leash video. And then, which I thought the video was cool, but I didn't like the song. But then I heard Got the Life on the radio on K-Rock one day, and that literally changed everything. That Got the Life changed the way I looked at music entirely. That was a turning point in my, as stupid as it is, that was a turning point in my life, was hearing Got the Life for the first time, sitting on my bed listening to K-Rock on the radio. And then I recorded the song the next time it came on a cassette tape, and I played that song on repeat. And then I eventually got Follow the Leader. I ended up getting it secretly. I got it. I had my grandma buy it for me, told her that my mom said it was okay to get. And then my mom had a fucking meltdown when she found out that I bought it, and she threw the CD. I remember I was in the car and she found out. She's like, "Give me the fucking CD." And I said, I don't have it. And she's like, "I know you have it. Give me the fucking CD." And then she took it and then she threw it in the car. And it didn't break, though. Nothing broke. It just exploded and went everywhere. Yeah, it's pretty fucking stupid.
So good.
It's almost as good as the story with your dad and the Kid Rock CD.
Oh my God. I just told Ray that story the other day, actually. That's funny.
It's almost as good as that one and your dad with the Backstreet Boys CD. That's another good one, too.
Oh, that was so embarrassing. Backstreet Boys. Dumb.
Anyway, KoRn. So yeah, that's my origin story. What are your thoughts on this record now, though? What do you got?
So like, yeah, last time we did the KoRn, did the KoRns in the pod, I didn't like this. And I think it was just KoRn overload. I broke up this KoRn listen through with other things, and I didn't go in chronological order, either ascending or descending. It was just completely random. And so I realized that this album it's not like a great album. It's not a landmark album like KoRn's KoRn was.
Well,
But it really, because it is a landmark album, I guess, for the genre. He's really propelled the genre into like everybody's eye. Like people now took it seriously for some reason, as opposed to when KoRn's KoRn came out. But it's not as good as KoRn's KoRn by any means.
Agreed.
I don't know. There's something special about this one. It's goofy in just the right ways. It's not good in some aspects, but because it's not good, makes it perfect for the 90s, makes it perfect for the genre, and makes it perfect for this band. And so I think me looking at it now, especially coming off of nu metal season, I like it more because I understand it more, I guess. And I understand what it did for other bands more.
Yep. I think this record is just as important as KoRn's KoRn, only because this propelled the genre and the band into the mainstream, like properly into the mainstream. They were easily the biggest band in the world for several years, bigger than Limp Bizkit, even though Limp Bizkit sold more with hot dog flavored water when that came out. But this KoRn was still the biggest at that point.
I would agree.
This record it's extremely important to the music industry, to music history in general, because of what they were doing on this record that essentially pioneered how we kind of view music and videos nowadays. With, we'll get into it a little bit later, but with KoRn TV, their utilization of the internet, the way they marketed this record was pretty insane. No band had really done it the way they did it. And just this band is so innovative, from the music to the videos to how they promoted the music to their shows. Everything is just so fucking amazing about this band, and they're not talked about enough, and it's not fucking cool. So, and the stories behind the recording of this record I think are interesting, and one of the last true rock and roll bands, really, like true rock, like,
because that shit's fucking stupid. Yeah, because I don't know, who wants to do that? That just sounds so detrimental to your overall psyche and health. To drink this, and the amount of like beer they drank.
Yeah. What? So let's just talk a little bit about the party aspect. So at this point in their career, every band member were hooked on drugs, various illicit drugs. Like, Jonathan was doing meth all the time. Head was doing meth. Fieldy was doing meth. Booze was just flowing everywhere. Not just beer, but liquor as well. It was just insanity. The partying that was happening during this record. They estimated that they spent over $60,000 just on beer and liquor. Just on beer and liquor. That's a lot. Over like a 4-month span. Much. Over just a 4-month span. And that doesn't include all the crazy drugs, the cocaine, the everything, you know what I mean? So the partying stories, and how just when they were recording this, every band wanted to hang out with KoRn at this time because it was always a fucking good time. And it also affected the band to where they had a hard time recording it because they were so fucked up all the time. And, vocal takes that what it should have been done in 2 or 3 takes, it would take Jonathan like 20 takes to do it, because he would be throwing up while he was singing, because he would be singing so hard and he'd be so fucked up that he would just throw up. And, the sex stories, like during the song It's On, there was orgies going on around him or people fucking in the vocal booth with him while, he was recording that song. It's just, the stories are insane on this one.
It's just a fucking blur. It's just like no way these guys remember this time as apart from just bits and pieces.
Yeah. Yep.
There's no way.
And Head did do an interview a few years ago where he said that Follow the Leader was the last record they did where they all were in a room together and wrote every song together. Nothing was done separate, because normally after this record, after Jonathan got sober after Follow the Leader, he did everything separate. He would come in after all the music was written and then do the melodies and the lyrics and everything like that. But Follow the Leader was the last time they all created together. And Head also said this is like kind of like the closest they all were with one another, as like friends and bandmates and everything like that. And then after this, it was a downward. It was really just a shit show after this.
JD already had a kid at this point, though.
Yeah. His first kid was born in '94.
4 years old almost. He
was born right after the first record came out.
It's crazy.
And then during the recording sessions of this one, Head had a kid, and so did Fieldy. Head and Fieldy had a kid too during the recording sessions of this record.
Nice.
Yeah,
these fucking insane guys.
Yeah. Can you imagine? Oh my god, dude, it's insane. This band is wild. But so let's talk about stinkers. Do we have any stinkers on this one?
No.
Okay, I don't either. I have 13 bangers.
Yeah.
How many bangers do you have?
I think I have 9.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, 9. I have 9 bangers.
All right. So let's get Freak on a Leash, done and over with, since we already played it. This is the biggest single off the record. This is arguably the biggest single they ever put out, for obvious reasons. I mean, it's truly iconic. The chorus is so fucking catchy. The weird, spooky guitars, the scatting during the bridge, which everybody knows best, that you like to make fun of. The song is iconic. The video is iconic too. They worked with Todd McFarlane, who did Spawn, the comic book series, and I forgot the girl's name, but whatever. Yeah, the video is iconic too, with the bullet flying through and almost killing everybody. It's great. So what do you have on this one?
What B's is for you?
Freak on a Leash is my... where the fuck are my rankings?
It's not your 1B.
No. Freak on a Leash is my 6B.
Okay.
Where does it sit for you?
It's my 2B.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
2B.
You're. This is new for you. This band is new for you. So
I would love to hear what other 4 songs you think are better than Freak on a Leash, because the song is unreal. The song is fantastic. That bass is so fucking low. It's this super low frequency that just like digs into your brain. And like, dude, that's such an iconic guitar part. It's so new metal. Yeah. It's like defining.
It's dueling guitars. The high pitched guitar part during the verses and the intro. It's the dueling guitars. Like, you think it's one guitar, but when you really sit down and listen with headphones on, you could hear the back and forth. Like, they're just perfectly in sync with one another. It's astonishing. Shit that shouldn't go together, it works perfectly. I don't understand it. The drop into the big heavy chorus, and we'll get into the bridge in a bit. But
what makes this like I guess like a bigger B than it should be, I guess, is some of like the payoffs, right? Like, the song has just really great build and really, really solid relief throughout the song. The build from the pre-chorus to the chorus is well paid off. The chorus is super heavy, and you can hear all those little bass clacking things, right? Just the strings fucking just hitting the wind. Good Lord. And then like the bridge, dude, it's fun. I get it. Everyone adds a little bit extra. JD lays the groundwork, right, with that scat thing. But everyone else does a killer job at like elevating it. If it was just him scatting, it would be dumb. It would be dumb. It would be like, why is this here? That's pointless. But the little guitar picks, that cool bass line, everybody else really adds something to his scat. God.
It's like the guitar playing during that bridge, that build up in the bridge. It's like this funky. It's like a funky kind of thing that they're playing, but it's put through so much distortion. It's tuned so low that you almost miss that kind of that funkiness to it. And then Fieldy, his bass is turned down. That 5-string bass is tuned down so low that all you hear is the clacking, because he's just hitting the one note. He's just slapping that one note, and it just you just hear the clacking. You don't even hear the fucking note. You just hear the clacking.
It's true.
And then David's just laying down that straightforward fucking solid ass beat, and then it builds, and then you hear, and then JD just yells "go," and then it just drops into this heavy motherfucking thing, and then Jonathan just goes. He's still doing the scatting, but singing, scatting. He's going back and forth. It's like his brain is fighting, like which one is going to take over and which one's going to sing next, and it's fucking chaos. Oh my god! And then that drum roll back into that final chorus. Oh, oh man, it's incredible.
It is
It's
really an
fucking
incredible song. It's a fucking well crafted song. It's a genre defining song. It's one of the most important songs in the 90s.
Hands down.
It's incredible.
It's up there with "Smells Like Teen Spirit." In how different and how revolutionary the song is. It's up there with Teen Spirit.
I would say, like, without even giving no thought whatsoever, it's for sure a top 10 defining songs of the 90s.
Yeah,
maybe top 5. Top 10
for
sure, though.
Especially rock songs, especially with rock songs. But if we're looking at, like, other pop and other genres, then yeah, it's top 10. But if we're just talking about rock, then it's top 5, top 3 maybe.
Well, top 3 is all Pinkerton songs, so.
Well, that's really stupid. God, maybe "Get You." That's that's the best song on Pinkerton. We all know that.
It's just the worst Pinkerton song. Oh, so good.
"Get You" is
I respect the commitment, though. I like it.
It's not a commitment. It is the best song on Pinkerton.
That's good.
Good Life. Yeah, those are the top 2 songs off Pinkerton.
All right, those are words. Sure.
You're an idiot.
Yeah, Freak Out Unleashed. The video's great.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a perfect song. It's a Beyond Baby.
It is. Yeah.
It really
absolutely. All right. Fuck, everybody's heard this song. Everybody knows this song. Let's jump into your 1B. What's your favorite song on this record?
My favorite song is "Got the Life."
Oh, fuck yes.
Yes. Oh, so stupid.
We did it. We did it, boys. We did it, boys.
This is man, this song is fucking dumb, right? And like,
no, hey.
And even the band thought this was fucking dumb. That disco beat, like, what are you doing? Everybody questioned it. Everybody thought, no fucking way, our fans gonna eat this up. This is stupid. Nobody in the nu metal world, nobody in the rock world wants to fucking hear disco. But here we are, listening to fucking disco.
Yep.
What are we doing? I don't know. But the song starts with just that snare lead, right? Just like lead it in with the snare.
Just that one snare hit.
Like, what is
Everybody
this?
drops in.
Come on, I'm already hooked. And the song is like, it's very, the whole thing is very frantic, and it sounds like they're doing too many things, and it holds together so well. It has this really unique groove. Like, everything is just like, why is there so many things going on in just like the first 30 seconds?
Yeah, it's you have the low end guitar of Monkey. He's hitting those like long drawn out notes. He's not doing anything crazy or fast. It's just those notes drawn out, and then Head's doing that high part, that shrill, that it's grating to your ears. It's abrasive. But it just works so well with the low end of Monkey. And then I don't even know what field he's doing. You can barely even hear his bass line because the clacking is insane. The clacking is essentially just a percussive instrument with KoRn. Really, the first 4 records, or the first 3 records, that's all feel he is. He's just like a percussionist. And then David's drum beat, like you said, start out with that one hit of the snare, everything drops. The disco beat, the kind of buildups into the next bar. It's just, and then that simple like snare roll into the verse is just perfect. And then he just drops into that groove again. Fieldy's kind of ripping it up again. David hits that hi-hat thing. Another snare hit, drops into Jonathan Davis, starts like that singing rapping thing. It's fucking incredible. It's fucking perfect.
The lead,
"Got the Life" is the best song on the record. It's the greatest song ever written.
That's
it's 100% true.
The lead into the second verse is maybe like my favorite thing on this entire album. Like, it went from just being this crazy all over the place song. It quiets down, slows down the pacing, but like only to immediately crescendo back into the verse. And like that little part, man, that little part got me good. And like Jonathan Davis, dude, like this is the best vocal performance he's ever given. Like hands down.
Yeah, he really is all over the place because he does the kind of rapping thing during the verses. The chorus is big and soaring. He does some cool and like kind of, I guess, inflections. Is that the right word? In his voice, he
sucks at fucking rapping. He's just not a good. He just doesn't know what the fuck to do on a rap track.
But it works really well in this song.
But when he's not on a rap track, he raps really good.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand like why.
It's like he gets nervous. It's like he gets nervous with other rappers. That's what it is.
That's probably what it is. But no, this song is a beyond banger. It's unreal how stupidly like surface wise it seems like a very simple thing, but there are so many things going on underneath. There are so many like different soundscapes that everybody else is kind of throwing in there, not just the disco beat, but like you said, the bass thing is just so fucking low. You don't even know what is happening except for the clacking, which is adding to the percussive thing of the disco beat already.
Mm-hmm.
So it's good, solid.
It's truly something special of a song that, and then that one. So in the verse too, or the first verse, I should say, the first verse is split. So you get through the first couple lines, and then it drops into this weird kind of breakdown where it's him singing through like a vocal filter. He says, "Get your boogie on, get your boogie on," and then David comes in with the drums. And it goes, "Ga ga ga," and then it goes right back into the second part of that first verse. It makes no fucking sense. It makes no fucking sense at all. And the bridge. So you get the big heavy choruses. It's fast. And you get to the bridge, and then David's just kind of doing this hi-hat cymbal thing, and then there's just this build-up, this great fucking build-up. He's singing along, and then it just that last kind of crescendo when he's singing, and then it drops back into the chorus. It's such a killer fucking build-up.
And I like how he sings the chorus too. Like I never knew what he said until this week, until I read the lyrics. I was always just yelling when I listened to it, like in my car or whatever. Just, roar, rah, rah, rah. But like now he's saying like God paged me, that whole thing. Like that's cool, man.
Yeah.
It just flows nicely.
It does. It really does.
It's just good word choice to use to make the song just flow nicer.
Yep. Absolutely. And we didn't even talk about the lyrics on "Freak on a Leash." So,
oh yeah. I will say overall, like because we do like an overall lyric thing. Overall lyrics much better than I thought they were going to be. I thought they're going to be superficial, dumb, and just something there just to encourage him yelling.
Well, so the lyrics on the first two records are awesome. They're amazing. I mean, you even agreed on the first record. I mean, his lyrics were there's nothing like it. Nobody was writing like he was. And the same goes for Life is Peachy. I expected it to be a little bit goofier on this record, and it's true, it was goofier because of the songs like All in the Family, Cameltosis, and the hip hop song, the rap songs. But when it was heavier, there are just some songs that were like, wow, I didn't realize the song was about this particular subject, which we'll get into. But there's some good shit on here lyrically, some really good shit on here.
I thought this was going to be goofy. I thought this was like their mainstream breakthrough, and it was just going to be word vomit just to support like the style.
Yeah.
But a lot of the subject material is very like low hanging fruit, right? Like you write a song about this, and it's going to be good because like everybody relates to it, whatever. So, but like there were songs like that on this, and Freak on a Leash going back, good song, cool lyrics, but it's about like his hatred for the corporate world, specific to like the music industry.
Yeah,
that's low hanging fruit.
It is, but it's something that he was experiencing, and it's something that you can't fault him for writing it.
Not faulting him for writing it.
But yeah, that's really what it is. It's about being kind of paraded around just like as a freak. I mean, that's really what I do like about his lyrics is that he's very literal. He doesn't throw around a lot of metaphors. He's very upfront about what he's talking about, and that's what Freak on Unleashed, I mean all of his songs, but Freak on Unleashed too, because they did kind of like market KoRn's image and his image as this like freak, and he didn't like it, so he wrote the song. So Got the Life, though, to me this song is like about his skepticism of religion, how, you know, he's always being told by people in the church, you know, you need to repent, otherwise you won't go to heaven. And he's like, you know what, fuck that, you all treat me like shit, I'm treated like shit, and I'm living the best life ever right now. I've got the life. I mean, there's nothing better than what's going on right now. So it's a fuck you to organized religion, and that's what I think Got the Life is about.
I think the overall concept of this album, especially with like Follow the Leader, the cover art, the name of the album, and like the whole concept of like this hopscotcher on the cover art is about ready to go off the edge into the abyss, into whatever the fuck is down there. And there's a bunch of kids behind her that are going to follow her into doing the same stupid fucking thing. I think the whole concept of this album is like Jonathan Davis questioning whether or not this life is for him. And I think there's a lot of songs on here, and Got the Life is one of them, where like he questions his entire like musical career existence, whether or not he deserves it, whether or not he wants it, whether or not he even like it's even for him. So I think Got the Life 100% is him acknowledging that, yes, I am living the dream. But then there's also this like subtext of, is this what I really want to do? And like judging by like his growing up, his childhood, like how he became a musician rather than, what do you call it? Mortician, yeah. Like how that even happened, like all of these things, right? This whole like butterfly effect thing that happened. And now he is this god of rock music. Does he want it? Does he deserve it? Does he need it? Is this who he even like? Is this what he wants to do with his life? And I think there's a lot of songs on this album that question all of those things.
Yeah, particularly the song "Seed," which I'm sure we'll get into. But that song is straight up about like, is he making the right decision of staying in this career, on this career path?
"Seed's" cool song, low hanging fruit. I do think that was low hanging fruit.
But I think. Well, we'll talk about Seed in a little bit. I don't want to talk about it. Do we have anything else on Got the Life?
We can talk about the video.
Oh yeah, it's the video. Yeah, so I love the video. It was directed by Mick G. He did a lot of music videos at the time.
It was eventually directed by Mick G, because the original person they wanted was like, that's fucking stupid. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, you're right.
And then it became the first video retired on TRL.
On TRL, yeah. Yeah, they actually created, so anybody who doesn't know, TRL was a TV show on MTV, and it was a top 10 countdown every weekday at 3 o'clock. I would watch it. I would come home and watch it every fucking day. And they, you know, at some point, Got the Life was on TRL, hit number 1 on TRL every day for 64 days. So they decided, well, this is unfair to other bands and other artists, or pretty much other singers. So let's start retiring videos after 64 days. And that's what they did. Got the Life was the first video to be retired, because I think the corporate world, the music industry, didn't like that KoRn was more successful in some aspects than people like Britney Spears and Sing, Backstreet Boys and everything. They couldn't be controlled as easily, and they were still more popular, or just as popular as all these pop acts. So I think that's all it is. It's
for sure.
I don't know,
but like the video, honestly, the video is not. I don't know.
Silly.
When you think
it's fucking silly.
But when you think of like, what video do you think was the first one retired from TRL? You would think something that like Freak on a Leash even would be a video that's so cool, that's so unique, that's so like groundbreaking. Not Got the Life. Got the Life. It's fine. It's fun and it's cute because there's so many like cameos and it's funny but like it's not a cool. It's not a great video by any means.
Yep, you're right. And fun little fact too. The end of the Got the Life video, it's them all just partying in a backyard or in somebody's backyard, and that was real. That was a real party they were having. So like the guys from Limp Bizkit were there, the guys from Orgy, Sugar Ray, everybody who was anybody in the scene, in the rock scene, not just new metal, but in the rock scene, was at this party. And Eminem, before Eminem came out with the real Slim Shady, not the real, wait, My Name Is, before he came out with Name Is, he was hanging out with them, and he was in that video. You could see him in the corner of the video where they're all just kind of standing there with their arms around each other. Eminem is in that video. That's his first appearance. So he was hanging out with the guys in KoRn. That's fucking sick.
So like it's really, really hard to see. I had to do it like fucking 7 times.
Yeah.
For me to see.
You would never know unless you knew to look for him.
But apparently, from what my extensive research on the subject, he gave his tape to Monkey, right? Mm-hmm. Monkey, Monkey. He gave his mixtape to Monkey. He said, "Hey, dude, I'm a rapper. Check out my mixtape." And because that was like an actual party, they were all obviously fucking plastered and high. And Monkey's like, "Hey, man, I'm just a fucking guitarist. Like, don't worry about it. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this." And in that same interview, Head was sitting next to Monkey and was like, "Oh, dude, you fucked up. Had we signed Eminem instead of Dre, we could have been worth billions." I thought that was kind of funny because you're right. You could have.
Yeah.
You could have, dude. Fucked up. But also Slim Kid 3 or Trey Hartson plays the bum in the video.
Yeah.
And big Fireside fan. I tried to look up how they met. I couldn't figure out how they hooked up with him.
I don't know either. I've never been able to find that. I mean, outside of the video and then him being on one of the songs, I've never known them to collaborate with one another or, you know, even be in that same world. I don't know anything about that connection.
Like
there's nothing written about it.
They didn't share record labels at the time. They didn't share anything. So I think it was purely they were fans of hip hop. I mean, a lot of KoRn's music is based in hip hop. They're all huge fans of the genre, and they're all well versed in it. I mean, Jonathan Davis before KoRn, he was a hip hop DJ in Bakersfield. So like I've heard him on podcasts and interviews, and man, the way he talks about like DJing in the 80s and DJing hip hop and the whole scene in Bakersfield was fucking insane. Which is really surprising, but yeah, apparently it was wild up there. I imagine him DJing in front of like 6 people because that's what Bakersfield essentially is to me.
He would like DJ clubs and shit. Like he would DJ like big hip hop clubs up in Bakersfield back. Yeah,
with like 6 people there. Who the fuck wants to live in Bakersfield?
A lot of people lived in Bakersfield. A lot of fucked up people. But yeah, so I don't really know how they got with Trey from Farside. I really don't. I think with Ice Cube, I think it was just like they just reached out to him. I think that's all it was. They just reached out to him saying, "You want to be on a track?" And he showed up with his posse to the studio, and they were super intimidated. And they talked about how he was so professional, and he was just like, "Let's do this. Let's get it done." And like they were used to partying and hanging out, but he's just like, "Let's do this." They just didn't know that kind of work ethic at the time, and they were just blown away by his professionalism. But then how cool he ended up being, even though he showed up with like this posse and entourage.
It's fucking Ice Cube in the 90s, dude. Like his first album dropped like early 90s. So like he's there to make money. He's there to like do work. He's there to, you know, not fuck around.
Yep. And then they fucking took him on tour. He opened up for KoRn.
Don't forget, Ice Cube wasn't just like NWA. He by late 90s, he already had 4 or 5 albums under his belt. He's already in a bunch of movies. Boys in the Hood, right? That was early 90s. He was already in that. Like Ice Cube was a household
Friday
name.
too. Friday was already out by 1998. Right?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, because Next Friday came out I think in 99. So
yeah.
So I mean, yeah, he was huge already. But that also shows how fucking huge KoRn was and how everybody liked the band. Like they partied. It's like Limp Bizkit, you know, like we were talking when we did Limp Bizkit a couple weeks ago. Everybody liked Fred Durst. Everybody liked that band within the scene. It was the media that hated Limp Bizkit and Fred Durst. And KoRn's the same way. Everybody loved them.
Yeah,
and party with them.
I definitely like KoRn. KoRn has got a bad rap, but like kind of rightfully so sometimes too, because they just do some stupid ass shit and their fucking image is goofy.
Limp Bizkit.
That image is goofy as too. Like people fucking make fun of that still to this day. Even like Limp Bizkit themselves have come full circle on it. But
True,
like, I don't know. It's just goofy. And the scatting thing, it's really cool. But like, I don't know, man.
All you do is make fun of it.
Because sometimes it's just like too much.
And he essentially scats 4 times on this record.
He does. He scats way more than I thought he did.
Yeah, he does it on Freak on a Leash. He does it on Children of the Corn, BBK, and Seed. Yeah, he does it a lot. And then he doesn't scat again until, I believe, Take a Look in the Mirror. No, it's not until See You on the Other Side in 2005. He scats again then on that record. But yeah, it takes fucking 7 years for him to do it again. Pretty crazy.
Pretty crazy.
All right, so let's move on from Got the Life. I could talk for days about this and how beautiful of a song it is and how it's the greatest song ever written.
What's your 2B?
My 2B. Wait, oh, your 2B was Freak on a Leash.
Yeah.
My 2B is Reclaim My Place. You know, this kind of
place.
Fucking deep cut, a song that nobody ever talks about. I don't believe they've ever played this song. No, they did play it. They did play it live when they did the 20 year anniversary of the record. They did play this. I think it was for the first time they ever played it was in 2018. So yeah, this is really just something that nobody talks about, but I fucking love it. What do you got on this one?
This is my last B. This is my 9B.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Man, the ending of this song like definitely solidifies this as a banger because it gets so goddamn good. And there's cool parts of it. Like I like the cool little intro. I like the wah thing that they're kind of using there. I like that little snare hit before the chorus, that one snare hit, and you get Feldy's bass slide. So at the same time you get a snare hit and then a bass slide down. So it's almost like a swell out.
Yeah.
Kind of sound, and I like that. That's cool. I don't know. It's a good song.
It's just this song is it's probably besides Got the Life, it's the fastest song on the record. With that, it's just that the high not high pitched guitar, but the higher guitar in the intro, and then the what the fuck, and then everything drops in. It's kind of a cheesy way of dropping in the intro, but whatever. It's cool. That big heavier riff, and then once the verse comes in, it becomes this kind of like bouncy, heavy bouncy kind of very riff based thing, and it's really nothing on this. Well, I guess Dead Bodies Everywhere kind of has that feel too, but it's something pretty unique to the record and something they really didn't do again until Untouchables. But I love that drop into the verse, and then it goes back into the faster, heavier part in the chorus, and it's pissed off. This song is just he just sounds pissed off, and then the bridge where it's just that weird guitar that he's playing the main riff, but it's put through that weird filter and that weird effect, and it goes what the fuck, and then it builds and builds, and then that one last what the fuck, and then it just fucking goes crazy. I love it.
Yeah, that was fun.
I
like that.
I love the song. Love this song. I wish
it's good.
I wish they played it more often. I wish people appreciated the song more. It's truly underrated. It's a forgotten banger for sure.
You have to at least seed the fact that a lot of fucking KoRn sounds very, very, very similar. And the reason why people dislike the band outside of just image wise is because a lot of KoRn just sounds the fucking same. It really does. The band just never grew out of let's just play really low, let's play really chunky, and let's have Jonathan Davis just do some weird shit outside of a few albums here and there. But overall, man, a lot of the shit just sounds the fucking same.
I agree with you from Untouchables onward. There are definitely songs that do sound similar.
But Follow the Leader and Issues, you can mix up these songs, and nobody would fucking know the difference. But you mix up songs from Follow the Leader and KoRn's KoRn, for sure you can tell the difference. But for absolutely, you can mix up songs from Follow the Leader and Issues, and people wouldn't understand the difference.
No, you're wrong.
Yes, you do totally because you listen to it a million times. But I'm telling you, the masses, nobody fucking knows the difference.
No, okay. So the way Jonathan sings on Follow the Leader and he sings on Issues is very, very different. The beats are
it's not
extremely
that different though. It's
yes,
different because you know they're different because you listen to them a million times.
Issues is also a much slower record. It's a much slower record as well.
There's slow songs on this record,
but not like they are on Issues. Issues is way fucking different. That's a bad comparison.
It's not a bad comparison.
Yes,
It's
it
a
is.
direct. They're following.
The first 4 records are
you
drastically
for sure have your
different
KoRn
from one
goggles
another.
on. You for
No, I
sure
don't.
have your KoRn goggles
No,
on.
I
Absolutely.
don't.
Get your
No.
KGs on.
No, I got my KoRn contacts in.
Like your KoRn magnifiers.
Your KoRn
Your KoRn the microscopes. There you go. KoRn microscopes. Your KMs.
My CCs and or my KCs, I should say.
I
Anyway,
like CCs. Get your CCs instead of your KGs.
my KGs.
Hey,
Oh, yeah, KoRn goggles. Yeah.
For sure. All right, that's fine.
This is a stupid conversation. I do want to play a little bit of Reclaim My Place because we didn't play Got the Life, and that's fine. That's
Play Got the Life. Play them both back to back.
No. Everyone's
At least
Got the
you
Life.
you have to at least play Got the Life so people can hear that disco beat. Like we talk about
Okay,
disco
fine.
beat a lot. Like play them back to
Fuck
back.
it. Okay, here's a little bit of Got the Life, and then I'll bleed into
fade.
Reclaim My Place. Here we go. Got the Life. Woo! Man, dude, once again, you brought it up that one snare hit into the chorus is it's so simple and so perfect. It's so perfect.
Crystalia, dude. Barrel.
Oh
That's what I
God,
want to hear.
we
Barrel.
don't talk about him. He's a bad guy, I guess. He's been canceled, kind of. Anyway,
Officially been canceled? Like, have we
no, he's back doing stand up and all kinds of shit. He has
Yeah.
like 3 podcasts and shit now.
I think he's like been like fighting the cancel thing pretty aggressively.
Yeah. But anyway, I don't want to talk about Crystalia. I want to talk about KoRn. All I want to talk about is KoRn. KoRn for life. KFL.
KFL.
Anyway, Reclaim My
That's
Place.
a tattoo right there, baby. KFL.
That'd be sick, right? KFL. Yeah, that'd be pretty sick.
I would get that. I would get
I'll
that.
get that. Let's get that next time I'm out in AZ.
I will get
Arizona.
KFL if you get another musical artist later on at a different time, also with me. Probably Weezer, like the little wings.
Oh yeah, for sure I'd get that. Hell yeah.
Hey, KFL. I'm only at KFL if the K is all like corned out.
Well, all 3 letters have to be corned out. That'd be sick. That'd be
That'd
sick.
be cool. I like that.
Yeah.
I get it.
Anyway, dude, once again, the snare tone on this record is fucking amazing. It cracks so loud. Oh my God, I love it. I'm such a sucker for a piccolo snare. I love that shit so much. And that's what he uses on this
It's
record.
super crisp, man. It is. It is. It really is.
And it really defines this era of music, not just nu metal, but of all rock music or alt rock music too. It's that piccolo snare. You hear it in ska music, you hear it in alt rock music of the time. Everything had that piccolo snare. It's fucking, I love it. I wish we need to go back to that in music. We lost it in the early 2000s, but we need that resurgence of the piccolo snare.
Music is so lost now that there's a plethora of things we need to go back to or try to reinvent. This is both like the worst time for music and kind of like the best time for music.
Because I think we're almost hitting rock bottom. We're close to rock bottom in music now.
I think it's like the best time for music though, because a lot of people are getting like 100% of the royalties for their music. They're circumventing record labels and they're releasing it as self-releasing and getting all of the money for their artistic properties. And I like that. But it just sucks because whatever they're making money off of also sucks.
True.
Like the concept, but not the product.
I agree with you on that. So, Reclaim My Place, what do you have lyrically on this one?
I thought this was like about owning who he is, I guess owning who you are and showing the haters who's made it in life.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, because being bullied as a teen, as a kid, this is like a fuck you to them, saying, look where I am now, I've made it. And then he also like makes little references like, well, my friends still make fun of me, but that's okay. They actually like me. So I don't think this song is too deep lyrically. This is definitely one of the more, I don't want to say superficial songs, but it kind of is. So let's move on. What's your 3B? What's your third banger off this record?
BBK.
BBK, big black cock.
BBK.
So vulgar.
There was like 3 other fucking things that I read that it could have been
But
about
it's
too.
really, but it really is.
That's for sure. That's what it is. Big black cock with a K.
Yeah.
Okay.
So good.
All right. Okay.
It really
Also,
is though.
It also said that that's what he calls Jack and Coke.
Yeah, that's what he calls his Jack and Coke. Yeah.
Why? That's stupid.
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I buy that.
I don't know.
I don't know if I buy that.
I don't know. Anyway, what do you got on this one?
Yeah, BBK is my 3B. A lot of noise to start this one off. I like that static sound. That little break was rad. Long enough to almost make you question what happened to the song, right? Like, did I skip the song? Did something happen? But it wasn't too long. I like that. And the good use of the tremolo, the little back and forth. I like that. And then scatting. That's the song in a nutshell. Scatting. Always fun.
Yeah, this does have this. The scatting's really cool on this one too. It's different. It's more. I think it's kind of more chaotic than on Freak on a Leash.
Freak on a Leash it's become like an institution. It's become so commonplace that you know how he's scatting to. That you almost know the words to what he's scatting to because you've heard it so many times. But with like BBK, it's still kind of exotic. It's still kind of new. So when he scats, it's like a bonus. It's like extra credit. Whereas Freak on a Leash, it's part of the assignment.
True. And it was years ago. Jonathan did an interview where he talked about this song and Children of the KoRn and that scatting part in particular. He not only was he scatting, but he was running his vocals through a guitar wah pedal. And so that's why you get all those weird kind of like things that are happening because he's hitting the wah pedal with his hand while he's scatting. And you really hear it on Children of the KoRn, but it's also on this one. And he was saying like you literally cannot recreate what he did on this because it was completely random. He just did it because he was all kind of fucked up. And he said the wah pedal that he used, he ended up breaking, and it was some like super rare pedal that you can't really buy anymore because nobody really has them anymore. So nice. He said trying to replicate the sounds you got on parts of this record, just you can't do anymore. So I thought that was pretty sick.
That sounds like the fucking kid in high school who said he has like a girlfriend, but she goes to another school.
That's true.
That's what that sounds like.
It does. Oh, it's so stupid.
Fucking Napoleon Dynamite status.
I also really like the when it drops into the verse. And really feel these just slapping that one note. You could hear the clacking, but you could actually hear the actual note as well. And it's just dum dum dum. It's just that one thing, and it just drives that verse so well, so fucking well. And like you mentioned, that like the guitar effects that they're using, it just sounds like static, but it's not because it actually has it's a note, but they do some fucked up things on their guitars on this record.
I think they're just pushing. So they're pushing pedals to their limits. They're doing things with pedals that the pedals were not designed for. Right, like they're turning up things on the pedal where normal people would say, "Why are you doing that? Sounds like shit." It's yeah, it does sound like shit. Turn it up more, and they're like doubling down on that shit sound to create a new sound. That it sounds like shit. But when you get all the other like shitty sounds together, we have a new fucking genre here.
You're right. You're totally right. And that's the thing too. Like Tom Morello. Okay, this is kind of a sidetrack, but Tom Morello, he's always people always say what he did with the guitar and how it made it sound like a DJ and all these weird effects and all that shit. And it's like what? Yeah, he did that a little bit before KoRn did, but KoRn absolutely nailed it, perfected it. They blow Tom Morello out of the water, like 100%. What the sounds and tones that they get out of their guitars just destroys Tom Morello. Fuck Tom Morello.
I mean,
FTB, fuck that bitch.
I don't want to go too into it, but some of the stuff Tom Morello was doing, obviously right before KoRn, was pretty impressive. It was cool. It was pretty impressive, like some of the things he was doing.
He's also very much a one-trick pony.
Yeah, I agree.
He really is. He focuses mainly on his wah pedal. That's really all. That's where he makes the sounds. That and toggling, the on-off switch.
He does a lot of cool stuff. He did a lot of cool stuff.
He does.
I do think he's a one-trick pony.
But he doesn't explore.
It's a good trick. But I think it was very much. It was like, come on, man! Like, what else you got?
Yeah.
But I also think that I literally also think that about KoRn.
Oh gosh, you need to get over that. You just
what do you just listen to fucking 14 albums. I'm fully invested. I tried not to, and I really did. I mixed up the order. I spaced it out with like pop punk in between and listened to fucking anything I possibly could. But much like band,
you need to like them more. That's the point.
It just happens with any band that's been around for this long, especially with a band that like defined a genre. A lot of their stuff is just going to sound the same. That's what happens with musicians. We just talked about the Bouncing Souls.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you on that.
Your stuff's going to get repetitive, and KoRn is no different. They are no different.
Yes, but not on their first 4 records. That's where I disagree with you on that. So here's a little bit of the song Big Black Cock from KoRn. It's a good song, man. God, I love the way that they're those high parts and the way they're fucking with the wah pedal. God, it adds so much cool character to the song. I fucking love this song.
It's a good fucking song.
It's fucking cool. Good. It's another one of those songs where it's a forgotten banger. Nobody really talks about BBK.
I mean, to be fair, like nobody talks about KoRn like ever outside of.
That's true.
Outside of the singles from Freak on or Follow Leader, Issues, and then Blind, people don't talk about KoRn really ever.
I guess I'm just like talking from the perspective of the KoRn community, like the fan community. Like even within like the fans, like these aren't songs that people ever bring up. They're really just kind of lost to the sands of time because they never play them either. I mean, they used to play BBK back when it came out, but since then they haven't really played it much except for
you got
20th
45 fucking records under your belt. I mean, you kind of pressed for time.
It's a lot. Oh, you know what I forgot to mention too is on Got the Life, back to Got the Life again. They originally wanted to use, at the beginning of the song, they wanted to use a clip from Blazing Saddles, the Dom DeLuise part, where he uses the F word for the gay slur. And they wanted to use that, just that one little sentence that Dom DeLuise uses in the movie, and then it goes into that snare hit, but they couldn't get the clearance on the rights for it, so they ended up not using it. But it was like a last minute thing that they had to pull. Not that I like using like clips from movies before songs. I mean, your favorite band in the world, Bleeding Through, did it multiple times, and that era of music did it. That's fine. I like it as is. I think it would have taken away from the song. I think having that one snare hit into Got the Life is exactly what that song needs. I agree. I totally agree with you on that. All right. Lyrically, what do you have on BBK? Back to this song that we were talking about.
Another dark song about existence. Like it also seems like he's acknowledging how successful he is at doing something he enjoys. Mm-hmm. But still, like, I don't know, it still leaves him with this emptiness, still leaves him with this doubt. That's what I got.
I feel like it's about his depression and how he feels like he's not loved, but it's not true. He has all these fans who, I mean, it's more of a superficial level, but he's kind of idolized at this point. Like, his family loves him, but he doesn't feel it. And so he puts himself on this self-destructive path. And that's what this song is.
Because he like questions, like the whole chorus thing, right? Like he's, give me a sign, this is day. And then he ends it with, is this what I want? So he's still like questioning whether or not he deserves it. He wants it.
The way he sings that part too. It's what I want. And like it's so whiny,
so goofy.
It is. Let me be me. No, that part's so cool too. When he kind of like trails off when he says, "Let me be me," and then it just everything drops into that chorus. Fucking great. Oh, yeah. It's good, man. It's a great song.
It's good.
Good pick.
3B.
Good pick.
3B.
All right. So
what B was that for you? You said
That's my 5B.
I mean, they're all B's apparently. So.
Oh yeah, they're all B's. Yeah, I got all B's here. I got a bonus B too.
I don't.
Why is that funny to you?
I don't know. Cause what's your bonus B?
It's the secret song "Earache My Eye," the cover.
Oh.
It's a bonus B.
I just okay. I put that into the last song. That's fine though.
Okay, well, okay, you're fun.
I put it's on as an okay song. The opener.
Oh yeah.
I just thought that was more of like it's an intro. It's like a thesis statement. Here's what we're going to cover throughout the rest of the album. There's a lot of sounds here, and we'll hear all of those sounds throughout the album, just better.
You're right. Yeah, that kind of like drone that starts that song off, and then the high guitar comes in, and then Monkey does that really kind of slow, heavy riff on top of it. It's on. It's so good. So fucking good.
It's a good song. It's fine. It's good, but I consider it more. I mean, it's a long intro. It's like 4.5 minutes, but I consider it more of like an intro.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. So yeah, I mean, we don't have to talk about it anymore then, because I know you're trying to get through this quick right now.
Whoa!
What you doing? I know what you're doing.
We haven't got to my 4B yet. Or your
4B?
3B. What's your 3B? What's your
Seed.
2B?
My 2B was Reclaim My Place. Seed is my 3B.
Okay. Let's do Seed. Seed
Let's
is
do
my
Seed.
7B.
7B, that's fine. We can be wrong. So Seed is later on the album. This one starts kind of quiet. That bass line is kind of eerie sounding, and then all of a sudden there's a slight like distorted buildup, and then it just drops into that big heavy riff. It's a crazy song. And then this is another song that has scatting in it, which is always cool, right?
Dude,
always
my favorite part, so I timestamped this one. My favorite part of this song starts around 3:10 because it just fucking builds so well into the scat part. And like the scat part is just like, again, it's like extra credit. It's like a bonus. It's like dessert after a delicious pizza. If you even like, you don't even need dessert.
You're right. It's because I mean, it's that it drops. So that what you're talking about when all the music stops, it drops back into that intro bass riff, and it has that eerie feel, and then the guitars come in super high, and they're just like, it's spooky. It's spooky sounding. I don't know. This song, it's an outlier song. It's another forgotten banger off this record.
These guys just know how to make like, I don't know how to make feels out of notes. They know how to take like basic notes, add a little bit of effect to it, and the way they play it make you feel kind of uncomfortable. Either in a way that makes you feel scared or sad. But it's fucking weird, man. It's fucking weird that they can make you feel something just based off of 2 or 3 notes. And they don't even play them fast. They don't even play them like...
But they play them strategically. That's what it is.
It's bizarre.
It is. So and just that chorus too. The chorus is really, really catchy as well. God, dude, this song is so unique. And a lot of like half the song is like the bridge. Like it's weird too, because the first 2.5 minutes, it's a normal song with the verses and the chorus, and then there's that build up like we were just talking about, and then it builds the scatting part, and then it kind of drops back down low again, and then there's another slight build up back into another scatting part, and then it finishes out with like one last or 2 more choruses essentially. It's just a really weirdly structured song. I fucking love it, man.
It's a cool one. I like it because there's a lot of just noises, and they seem to come together in the chorus. It's like the common ground, and they go back to doing their shit after the chorus is over.
And that riff too, the riff in the chorus it has that kind of swingy feel too, and the guitars aren't like super muddled, so there's like enough like room there. I don't know. I don't know how else to explain this song.
It's good. It's solid.
It's unique, man. It's just
it's a great song. It's a good song. It's a banger. It's what a banger is. A banger's a great
certified
song.
banger. So we don't have to play Seed. What do you have? Because I know we definitely need to touch upon All in the Family. So that's probably your 3B or 4B. I don't know.
So I mean, like, Seed, it's about his kid, dude. It's low hanging fruit. It's always going to be good. I get it. It's about his kid. Like, you know, he looks at his kid. Oh, what the fuck? I can't fucking believe this fucking kid is mine. Okay. Welcome to Earth, as Will Smith would say.
Yeah, that you're right. That's what it is, and about him questioning whether or not the rock and roll lifestyle is something he should continue to do, or go back to his son. Really. All right, so let's move on from Seed. We don't need to play it. We got some more shit to get through.
There's a bunch of songs that I at least want to talk about. I want to talk about, for sure, All in the Family. I want to talk about Dead Bodies. I want to talk about fucking.
I want to talk about Pretty.
I want to talk about. Oh yeah, Pretty. Oh yeah,
because that's a fucked up song.
Yeah, that was sad.
I want to talk about the last song too, My Gift to You, as well as Earache My Eye.
Yeah,
really the only songs I don't really care too much to talk about are Cameltosis and that's it, and Children of the KoRn. I don't know, whatever. Those are my least favorite songs.
Justin was my 5B.
Justin's my 7B. So this one was cool. This one's cool because the story behind it is they had a fan who he was a kid and KoRn was his favorite band and he was dying of intestinal cancer and his last wish was to meet the band. So they went out and met him and they were so overwhelmed. They were so honored and they just couldn't believe that this is somebody's last wish was to meet them. So this song is dedicated to him, band named Justin. And the lyrics are about Jonathan's feelings about that. And it's a really cool song too.
See, like, I think it's cool that they wrote a song that is not about Justin. It's kind of about like JD's experience with dealing with that experience, really.
Yeah.
Right? Like, it's not like, oh, Justin, you're a fan, here's a song for you. Like, that's not what Justin would want.
Yeah.
Like, he wants a song that's for him, but not like about him. And that's what this song fucking like perfectly does. Like, literally, I think it's great.
It is.
Like, it's cool, and that's a great
that's
story.
That's overwhelming too. It's a great story, and it's.
What do you even
say
say to that, right?
Song. Yeah,
like when you meet somebody like that who's like dying, like literally dying to meet you. Like, what do you fucking say to that? I don't know.
That's the beauty of this song. Like, I love that so much. It's so fucking honest. It's so honest. Nobody would ever write a song like this. In this situation, it's
honestly
so raw.
Most people would write a song about Justin. It would be specific to that person. Like, I loved your blue pajamas and the way you threw the ball. Like, like bullshit, superficial stuff. But this is about like Jonathan Davis's experience in dealing with somebody like Justin.
That's cool. And what I love about it too, when you read the lyrics, you wouldn't really know, but it's about this super fan. You just think it's about whatever is going through Jonathan's mind. But the only reference you have to him is the song title, and I love that they just called it Justin. Like, normally, like you were saying, if a band were to make a song dedicated to a fan, they would say, like, I don't know, something really kind of superficial, heart. It'd just be over the top. And I love how just simple the title is, just Justin.
Dude,
no context, literally no context.
And I think it's the second verse. He says, "You're gonna die. You want to meet me? Why?"
Yeah.
Dude, that's like, what the fuck?
I know.
Damn,
I know.
That's like staying true to who you are as a band, but still paying like good homage to your fans.
I know, it's so
could not get more perfect than that.
I know. Oh, and also, we didn't talk about this on Reclaim My Place, but did you pick up on at all at the end of Reclaim My Place, after the song ends, there is, for maybe 5 or 6 seconds, they play the theme song on the guitar. They play the theme song to Ren and Stimpy.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, it's Ren and Stimpy, and then it drops into the and then it drops into the Justin riff. That bueno 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 bueno. It's just that wah thing that they do. But no, it goes from Ren and Stimpy. I didn't know it was
Ren and Stimpy, but I knew, like, dude, that sounds so familiar. I was thinking like maybe it was some like Hendrix riff they played backwards or something. I was like trying to really figure it out, but no, I didn't think it was
Ren and Stimpy.
Ren and Stimpy.
Yeah, go back and listen to it. You'll know immediately.
I'm gonna write that in the notes for next week.
Yeah. So, but yeah, Justin it's such a killer song lyrically. The message, it's really well done, really really well done. I think the only time they ever played it live was when they did the 20th anniversary show. The only time they ever played it live. So,
did this
that's
kid?
Pretty cool, man.
I didn't see like if he died or not, but did this kid like die after this?
He did die. Yeah, he did die. I don't.
Damn!
There's not much. I think he died before the song came out. Actually,
Double damn!
pretty sure he died before it came out. I don't think there's a lot written about it. I don't remember ever
So
reading.
the kid didn't even hear the
it.
fucking song.
I don't think he did. I don't.
But he met the
I don't.
band.
He did. Yeah.
Fuck
Yeah.
that. That's cool.
That's fucking really cool, right? Well, not cool. No, he died. That's not cool. Shit.
Well, everybody got to die sometime, and that's cool
True,
that he at least
He got his last wish. Let's
got
just
his
say
last
that.
wish.
Yeah. So let's move on then. What else we got here? What do you want to talk about next?
Do you want to do more sad songs? We could do pretty.
Yeah, let's get through the sad shit. Let's get through the sad stuff, and then we'll wrap it up, I guess, with All in the Family. Oh no.
I do want to talk about
No,
Dead
no.
Bodies though. I love Dead Bodies. My 4B.
Let's do Dead Bodies, My Gift to You, because that song's fucked up, and then we'll do Pretty, and then we'll get into All in the Family to wrap it up on a high note.
Okay.
Okay. So Dead Bodies Everywhere. What do you got on this one?
Dead Bodies. That's like I said. That's my 4B. I think it's a great lead-in from God to Life, like sequencing wise. That's solid.
Yeah.
I like starting songs with that higher note stuff. It allows for the song to either be a ballad or like a slower song that lets the drop just mean more. And the soundscape here is very, very Twilight Zone sounding. That's the only way I could fucking even like think of it. And specifically like a spaceship landing with like strings attached, like to the top of it. You know what I mean?
I always thought it. Are you talking about the guitar playing in the verse?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I always thought of like, on Halloween, there's those things that you hang and they're like little ghosts or witches, or they're like little ghosts, but they have that sound machine on them that yeah, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, yes, exactly. Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
I get it. I get it.
That's what I'm trying to,
I knew it was a specific sound to, I mean, ghosts, extraterrestrials, whatever. I knew it was a specific sound to, like, just something eerie and weird. But do even, like, make a sound that makes us question what it makes us feel like is kind of cool. Based off something so fucking dumb. Based off something so simple.
Yeah.
I like that. And I really like when it's just all that noise and no singing.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's really goofy, but it's fun.
You know what I this is probably not intentional, and I'm probably looking way too much into this. So this song is lyrically it's about him becoming a mortician as a teenager, essentially, before he joined KoRn, and his parents didn't approve of this, and it was just all this stuff, and then just how disappointed they were in him, and then being around dead bodies all the time, seeing all this crazy shit, being in the morgue. So I feel like the lyrics match the music in that the beginning of Dead Bodies Everywhere, it starts off with like that like jewelry box kind of chime thing, that I can't even try to do it, but then that really high pitched kind of like chime thing that they're doing on the guitar. The bass comes in all kind of spooky, so to me that signifies like, so I feel like the beginning of the song signifies like the different life and death. You know what I mean? So like the beginning of life with that chime sound, because that's very like nursery rhyme kind of thing. So that's like the child, and then it drops into the really heavy part, and that's like the craziness of life as you kind of grow up, and you as an adult, like all the craziness of life, the heavy stuff, and then it drops into the verse, and then the verse has that spooky sound. So that's like after death. You hear this? That's like the ghostly sounds. That's the after death sound. I don't know. Maybe I'm looking way too into it.
I like that. Okay, so like lyrically, this song I thought was about like his folks and their expectations of him, but like digging deeper, if from what I read, he left his parents' house. Mm-hmm. Sorry, he left his mom's house to go live with his dad, but his dad was already married, and he felt like an outsider there, and the stepmom kind of treated him like shit. And there were stories of like getting fed like Tabasco and hot sauce and his cough syrup and stuff.
And
whatever.
That's what the song "Kill You" was about his stepmom.
But him leaving there to go join essentially KoRn in LA was kind of like happenstance. And lore has it like he saw a psychic, and the psychic said you should go to LA, or no, you should not that you should go to LA, that you should just leave Bakersfield. But I think it was more like him just realizing like this is not like there's nothing for me here anymore. Like nobody here cares about me anymore. Therefore, I should leave. And maybe Dead Bodies Everywhere, where you're thinking like the cycle of birth and then death is like the death of him as Jonathan Davis, and then like the rebirth of him kind of being like Jonathan Davis via KoRn.
I like that
type of thing. You know what I mean? Like his life, because he like literally could easily have been a mortician, and then we would never be having this podcast right now. He could have done that and made a good living doing it because they make good money, and he could have done that. Not a big deal, but for whatever reason, and mostly through factors that were not his own, everybody kind of treated him in a way that he felt unwelcome, and he didn't want to be there anymore. So that was like the death of him in Bakersfield, and a new life was birthed when he left.
I like that. I do like that a lot.
I don't know. It's kind of cool. Like he followed his dreams type of thing in a weird way, but not in a way like that was like encouraging from anybody else.
Yeah. I dig it. I like your interpretation much better than mine.
And almost even like it's almost mature, right? It's almost a mature thing to go. You look back, I guess not look back, but like when you're in the moment, you look at what you have. You say, okay, here's where I am. I don't really like my job. It pays well. I could do this forever, but I'm not happy here. What can I lose by just leaving entirely and starting over? And I think that takes a maturity, especially at like a younger age, and wanting to be a musician. Like that's cool. That's cool, and really I respect that. And to move to LA, and he was already in a band, right? He was in a band with the guy from fucking was it Orgy or something?
Yeah, he was with Brian Shuck, and then the guy from Edema, the bass player from Edema.
So he was already in a band, and he felt bad because that was like his band, and he was leaving that band to go join another band who weren't even like, they were non-existent. Like, yeah, let's just form a new fucking band and we can do it. And we
did you
well.
Did you listen to LAPD at all?
I think I have before.
Pre-KoRn?
I don't remember. I don't remember what it sounds like though.
Yeah, they put out an album. They put out a full-length album, and I actually have it on CD too. But yeah, so it's KoRn without Head and Jonathan. So they had a different singer. His name was Richard Morrill. It's pretty much just like a Faith No More, Red Hot Chili Peppers kind of rip-off band. They were fine. They were fine. Not that great. But yeah, once they got Jonathan in, it was just a whole new beast. But anyway. I mean, for the most part, overall, I don't like his singing. I don't like the way he sings. I think at best, he's unique sometimes. At worst, he's just fucking irritating. But the dude's got stage presence. The dude knows how to get a crowd going. The dude knows how to keep my attention. And the dude knows how to write music. Did you watch any of the videos from the 90s? The stuff like from Follow the Leader and prior?
Like music videos?
No, like live videos of the band.
Yeah.
Dude, he was fucking insane. Like during his meth years and speed years.
Yeah.
He was out of his fucking mind. But great performances. Killing himself, but great performances.
But he was never like I can't even think of like a good,
like he wasn't like a Gigi Allen or a fucking Darby Crash or some shit like that.
He was never too fucked up to not put on a good show.
But he was fucking insane. He was doing shit on stage, like he was acting on stage like nobody ever did. Like he had his own thing. That's what's so cool about Jonathan Davis.
I think like Dead Bodies Everywhere. I think that even like the title Dead Bodies Everywhere, I saw that as like a throwback to like, yeah, I was almost a mortician, man. That's pretty cool, right? But like realistically, Dead Bodies Everywhere are all the people that he's left behind. Those people are dead to him. He's done with those people. Those are dead bodies everywhere because he's a new person and he is not the same Jonathan Davis as he was as when we lived in Bakersfield.
All right. Let's move on. What do we were going to do? Oh, my gift to you. Or do you have anything else on Dead Bodies?
Dead Bodies Everywhere. No, that's it.
I like that part too in the chorus.
So good.
It is really good. Dead bodies everywhere. Dead bodies everywhere. cheesy as fuck. So good. So yeah, my gift to you, the last song on here. It's kind of a longer song, kind of in the vein of Daddy and Kill You, but not nearly as intense as those two songs. And this is a love song to his, at the time, girlfriend, wife. And she had complained that, he'd never written a song for her. So he's like, well, this is my gift to you. Here's my song to you. And it's a fucked up song, right? Funny. Okay. Well, not funny, but
Okay. Supposedly about like him and his girlfriend. Now she complained. Never wrote a song for her. She wrote a song about a dream he had of choking her to death and having sex with her dead body. Mm-hmm. Eye roll. Insert eye roll here. God. Oh, shut up, dude. It's so.
But apparently
she
was
cheesy.
into that kinky shit too.
That's cheesy. Fuck off. But the song's cool. It's fucking long for sure. Absolutely.
I think it's like 7 minutes long or something.
This is one where you get it. He's like, he whines and shit in the middle of this thing, dude.
He does. Yeah.
Not full on like daddy crying, but he's like whining. Like, come on, man. I'm tired of hearing you whine. Ugh.
Oh, shit. It's good. That's all I really want to talk about on this song. We're just, his inspiration to write the lyrics. So I'm fine moving on, unless you got anything else.
No, that's it. That's all.
All right. So let's get into the most fucked up song, Pretty.
Pretty.
So yeah, this song is based off of his time as a mortician or working in the morgue at least. And this is what Jonathan Davis said. This is what he said. He said, "It's a story about this little girl that came into the coroner's office when I was working there, and she was fucked by her dad. She was an 11-month-old little baby girl. Her legs were broken back behind her, and he just fucked her like a toy doll and chucked her in the bathroom. It was the most heinous thing I've ever seen in my life, and I still have nightmares about it." Fuck.
I remember being in the academy and all of our instructors from LAPD and various other agencies, all of their like worst things they've ever seen was always the same. Unfortunately, it was always the same. And it was always essentially this story, but like in kind of like real time because they got there right after it happened. And so like cool is I'm going to use the word cool because I can't think. It's many beers deep, but it's cool that he's not talking about the situation. He's not talking about what he saw. He's talking about how it made him feel.
Yeah.
And I like that because it's sad content. We know. I get it. But he says a line like, "Who do I feel sorry for?" And that might be the best line of the album. That may be like a top fucking 5 line of all of KoRn. He's expressing his sadness for the baby, but also like realizing that even just laying eyes on this situation is changing him in a way that he can never go back.
Yeah.
And that's some heavy shit.
It's great. It's great.
That is heavy.
It is.
Who do I feel sorry for? Like the dude is not fucking. He's shooting from the hip. Always.
And the way he sings that line too, it just sounds like he's about to break down.
And that's like Daddy, that ending to it. I skip it now just because it's too long. I don't want to fucking.
It is really long, yeah. It's really fucking long.
But like when you hear it in the concept of the first album, it's great, it's cool, and then you kind of skip it afterwards. Pretty's a good song. It's a solid song. It's an okay song for me. It's not a banger, but I think because like the lyrical content is so heavy and it's not one dimensional. It's like multifaceted. Again, he's not just talking about dude. Well, it's not just talking about the situation. He's talking about how it made him feel, and that's what you want to hear. I want to hear what made how you feel. What do you feel like, JD? Mm-hmm. Tell me.
He's extremely vulnerable within his lyrics on these records, on the early records, and he just writes. He writes so honestly, and I think that's why people love his lyrics so much, and people love this band so much is his honesty and vulnerability. And to write about a topic like this, it's like when you think about like, fuck man, he wrote Daddy and that's a fucked up song. And Kill You is really fucked up too. And you're like, how can you top these two songs? What can I write about? Let's talk about this and Pretty. And then this is kind of like a throwaway song on the record too. Like this is smack dab in the middle of the record. It's a really good
before
song.
fucking All in the Family. Like,
Yeah, it's
what?
before-
Like, who's fucking sequenced this record?
I know it's a shit show of a sequence, but it's just it's in a really, really weird place. Like, you could have put this at the end of this. Like, you could have taken out My Gift to You and put this as the closer, and really, I think it would have made the song more effective for sure.
I can't say it enough. I love, like, dealing with heavy subject matter is low hanging fruit. It really is. And I don't want to sound callous, but like everybody fucking knows this is wrong. Everybody knows this subject material is wrong. Therefore, we are all going to feel the same way about it. So when you write a song about this, like, you know what you're getting yourself into. You know that it's going to elicit an emotional response from everybody, no matter what walk of fucking life they are, no matter what like culture. Like, this is like widely accepted as wrong.
Yeah.
But that's not what the song is about. The song is about how it affected him. And you don't see that. You just don't get those kind of songs ever.
No, not at all.
People grab the low hanging fruit. Like, he grabbed the low hanging fruit, took a bite, and like kind of put it back. And then now we're having like a song about the way it made him feel. I can't get over it. Like, it's amazing. This is an amazing song. This is like one of his best, maybe his best like songwriting he's ever done.
Lyrically. Maybe.
Lyrically.
It's definitely up there. It's so extremely sad, but
because you feel bad for him. I feel bad for him.
And you don't feel bad about feeling that way. You know what I mean?
Not at all.
Like, you can't blame him for writing a song about how he feels, because it shows how
he's human,
how honest it is. Yeah, it's just pure honesty. Nothing seems like it doesn't seem like he's showboating at all. It doesn't seem like he wants you to feel bad for him. It's just, God, I fucking love Jonathan Davis. I love this fucking band. I love this goddamn fucking band. I love this band.
This one did hit me hard for sure. Like, it hit me good. And I the more I did the whole thing where, like, you're sad in the beginning because the situation was bad. But then I was like, well, wait a second. Like, that's not the point of the song. The point of the song isn't to feel bad for the situation.
Yeah.
The point of the song is it acknowledges that we all already understand that the situation is bad, but now we're moving past that. And the point of the song is to kind of empathize with Jonathan Davis and show us how he's feeling, and kind of like guide us into like his inner self and explore those feelings.
Yep.
And that's,
you're right.
Maybe that's what therapy is. I don't know. Is that what people do? Listen to fucking KoRn songs in therapy?
Let's break down these lyrics.
It was pretty good. It was a pretty good song.
It is. All right, so let's move on to All in the Family then.
Okay.
Let's round it out on a happier note, stupid note, and then we'll give our final thoughts and rank the record. So yeah, All in the Family. This is Fred Durst from Limp Bizkit's on this song. They were in the studio one night, and they were really drunk, all fucked up. They thought, let's make a fucking song together, and this is it. And Jonathan Davis has said this is the worst song KoRn has ever done. I think even Head said that too. They did not play this at the 20th anniversary show. They refused to play this song, to the disappointment of fans.
Okay, so like, first of all, Jonathan Davis is the worst on the song. He's garbage. like Fred Durst is Fred Durst is great at like almost everything he does. Jonathan Davis, even though supposedly he helped Fred write a lot of his disses, Jonathan Davis is atrocious. He is so fucking bad on this. It's laughable. And I get it because I didn't compete with Fred Durst. Like, I don't know, whatever.
In the second verse, one of JD's lines is, "You look like one of those kids from the Hanson video, you little, F-word hoe."
Stupid.
We're not allowed to say that word.
That's a stupid diss.
It's really stupid.
Even though they're all stupid disses, but at least
are. You stuck up sucker, corny motherfucker.
Like my favorite is Durst when he says, "So what you thinking, Mr. Raggedy Man, doing all you can to look like Raggedy Ann?" my God, come on.
No. There's one worse than this.
That's so good, though. That rhyming scheme is so
stupid.
good.
It's so dumb, though.
There's 3 different things he's rhyming there. The man, can, and an. All in 2 things. And he's rhyming the raggedy twice.
Yeah, you're right.
And we just broke down Limp Bizkit last week, and there's 3 different fucking rhyming concepts that he's doing just in those 2 lines. Oh man, Fred is so great.
So this next one here, it's Fred. He says, "Nappy hairy chest. Look, it's Austin Powers." And then Jonathan comes in and says, "Oh yeah, baby," like with the Berlin accent, the King's English.
Yeah,
it's fucking bad.
That's so bad. But I think I guess the most iconic thing on the track here is the whole halitosis thing coming at me with the "Are you ready?" But halitosis is all you rockin' steady.
That's good.
That's so good, dude. That's taken there's so much. I could just dissect that thing for an hour, right? Because Fred Durst is taking the "Are you ready?" right? These essentially what started KoRn as we just got, dude, the alcohol's hitting me good now. KoRn's KoRn. Limp Bizkit would not exist without KoRn's KoRn.
We need to wrap it up soon.
Jesus
Say
Christ.
that again?
Limp Bizkit would not exist without KoRn's KoRn.
True.
And so Are You Ready? He's acknowledging that how influential the Are You Ready was, not just on music, but on him and the band and the genre. But instead of going off of that, he says, but halitosis. So he's poo-pooing. It's disrespectful, right? It's poo-pooing how influential that song is because I'm just focused on your breath. And that's when somebody talks and someone has a good point, and oh, dude, but your breath stinks. You take all wind out of their sails. It's so disrespectful. It's so fucking disrespectful. But the song is not good. Overall, the song is not good at all.
And they actually did used to play this live during the Family Values 98 tour. And there's live video, pro shot video of them playing this live. And both bands would be on stage. They had both drummers up there.
And they're battling.
Up there. They were battling. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
And that's the fucking cool thing. You see Wes battling Head. And there's 2 different breakdancers on either side of the stage.
Yeah.
And drummers are battling. And Fred and Jonathan Davis are kind of battling. But really Jonathan Davis is just a horrible, horrible fucking rapper. And like you said, maybe he's got stage fright. I don't know. But goddamn.
It's just not his thing.
It's not. But he raps good when he's by himself. He sounds fine.
Yeah, that's true. All right, I don't know. I don't have anything more on All in the Family. Just it's such a fucking silly song, but I still love it, and I know all the words to it, and I will sing along to it.
It's a banger.
It's
a low banger, but it's a banger.
So yeah, a couple of songs I wanted to actually, a couple B-sides that are actually really, really good. I don't think you listened to them, but the song I Can Remember and the song Camel Song, which was on the End of Days soundtrack, really, really good B-sides from this record. I recommend checking them out you can only find them on YouTube. They're not on Spotify or anything, but they're both really, really good songs. Check them out. But otherwise, I'm good to give our final thoughts. Rate this record based off of our world famous 3-point rating system, where 3 is a perfect album, 2 is a good album you're going to continue to listen to, 1 is a bad album, give it a shot, and 0 is the worst thing you've ever heard. So final thoughts, rating, go.
We didn't even mention the influence of KoRn stretches far beyond music, image, but Family Values itself, right? Yeah. The tour itself. This is something they're putting on. They're touring. They're bringing bands that may not get a lot of exposure, maybe getting more exposure than KoRn, but they're putting something on for the fans. They're charging a good amount for tickets, not unreasonable, but fair. That's everybody agrees it's fair, if not cheap, and I think that's something that's great.
I think what it was. I think they were charging no more than $30 a ticket for Family Values
for 1998. That's I don't know if that's fucking cheap or not.
Well, remember when they resurrected Family Values? What year was that? Was that 2006?
Oh yeah, that was after high school. Yeah,
it was $10 for the lawn seats. That's pretty sick.
But that was an intentional act by a band that already has a bunch of fucking money.
True.
This is a band that's still kind of up and coming. Yeah, they have a bunch of money, but they're still tied to record contracts. They still owe people money. You know what I mean? This is not. They're not like quite established yet on like a decade standpoint.
True.
But KoRn's done more for the new metal genre than anybody. And saying that's like an understatement. I mean, nobody even comes close. Limp Bizkit comes close, but they're only there because KoRn did it first. And I don't want to say better,
You're right.
but laid the groundwork, paved a path. I don't want to give this album a perfect 3 because I don't think it's perfect. I don't. I think there's a lot of songs on here that are okay. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to give it a perfect fucking 3. I'm not going to do it. There's a lot of songs on here that are okay. I think this is incredibly important. Everything about this album is just so fucking, God, it's just so like meticulous. Artwork, music, like everything about this, the tour, the genre, the image. God damn, this guy's just built an empire that still gets made fun of today, but we're still talking about it. No matter what, right? You're still talking about it.
That's fucking great. So then, what's your rating? 3?
No, I'll do 2.8.
2.8. Okay,
yeah, I'll do 2.8.
That's fine.
I'll do 2.8 because I really do think there are songs on here that are just not that great.
Okay, that's fair. I don't agree, but that's fair. All right, my final thoughts. I agree. This is arguably one of the most influential records, I think, of the 90s. It really, really is because of how it exploded on the scene. It brought this band to the mainstream. They were one of the biggest bands in the world at this point. Musically, what they did was so unique. Bands just are a shadow of KoRn. I mean, nobody could sound like this band. I agree, some of the songs are silly and dumb, but when you look at when they were making this record, how this record was made, just all the details of it, it's cool. It's fucking cool that they have these stupid songs because it just shows how much fun these guys were having. Yeah, they were fucked up, but I mean, when you're 24 years old and you have essentially unlimited amounts of money, of course you're gonna do this kind of shit. You're gonna create stupid fucking songs. That's fine. It adds to the character of the album, the band, and just it's a time capsule of this era. As silly and dumb as it was at points, it's a true time capsule of this era of music and culture, really, at this point. Because I mean, fucking culture-wise, every fucking 7th grader, 8th grade teenager was wearing like a KoRn shirt or some sort of new metal band shirt. You know what I mean? KoRn was fucking everywhere. So highly influential, amazing record. The greatest song of all time is on this record. I love the goofiness of it. And with that, I don't do this often.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna give this record a perfect 3 out of 3.
Go ahead.
It's a 3. It's a 3, baby.
Okay.
It's a 3, baby.
Oh, okay.
It's great. So, oh man, new metal season is over. We've done it. We have completed new metal season. We've beaten it. Gotten the platinum trophy on it. I don't know. Do we have anything else? It's fucking late. I'm toasty.
That's it. It is late. I am toasty. We got through new metal season.
We did. Well, thank you all for listening. Give us 5 stars. Hope you all enjoyed it. We're going to keep we're transitioning out, so we're going to do a Ross Robinson produced album next week. So stay tuned for that. And that's it. That's all.
Yeah! Orange loop or something.
First experience with KoRn was the Freak on a Leash video, and then, which I thought the video was cool, but I didn't like the song. But then I heard "Got the Life" on the radio on K-Rock one day, and that literally changed everything. That "Got the Life" changed the way I looked at music genres. Then yeah, it's top 10. But if we're just talking about rock, then it's top 5, top 3 maybe.
Well, top 3 is all Pinkerton songs, so.
Well, That's really stupid. God, maybe Get You. That's that's the best song on Pinkerton. We all know that.
This is the worst Pinkerton song. Oh, so good.
Get You is not.
I respect
Get
the
You-
commitment, though. I like it.
It's not a commitment. It is the best
bit.
song on Pinkerton,
That's good.
but not like they are on Issues. Issues is way fucking different. That's a bad comparison.
It's not a bad comparison.
Yes,
It's
it
a
is.
direct.
The
They're following.
first 4 records are
you for
drastically
sure have your
different
corn
from one
goggles
another.
on. You for
No, I
sure have
don't.
your corn goggles
No,
on.
I
Absolutely.
don't.
You get your
No.
KGs on.
No, I got my corn contacts in.
Like your corn magnifiers.
Corn
Your corn
magnifiers,
the microscopes. There you go. Corn microscopes. Your KMs.
my CCs in, or my KCs, I should say.
I
Anyway,
like CCs. Get your CCs instead of your KGs.